when does it get better? I don't know. I feel like recently I've been doing the most I've ever been doing in my life. I'm creating more than ever. I feel like I'm improving more than ever. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like I'm doing the most I've ever done in my life. But like everything just feels so like meaningless and hollow for some reason. I genuinely have no idea how to explain it, and I've talked about this in the video when I was talking about gratitude. But I genuinely can't appreciate anything good that I'm doing. And I don't know why, bro. I see numbers go up, I see this, that, and it just doesn't mean shit, bro. And I don't know why. Because I don't like that. Because, like I do want to feel proud of myself, but I just can't. And I don't want this to seem like I'm boasting about whatever, because I'm not boasting. Like, there's nothing to boast about. It's just the first time in my life that I've seen like success in a way about stuff that I'm making, like not school, not none of that shit, like stuff that I'm making. And I don't know, I was thinking a lot on it. And before, whenever I had like achievements, whenever I had whatever, whether that be school or something that I make, or like I wanted to show something someone, it would always be one specific person, and that person is no longer in my life. And I guess I don't know. I guess it's a weird feeling, to not have that person in your life to go to when you're achieving these things, when you're doing these things, especially when, at least to me, I feel like it's worth more than like everything else I used to come to that person about, And I don't know, like I guess when that disappears, like when that person disappears, that external sort of validation from whoever, like I guess I guess you don't really know where to put that motivation anymore. You could be as successful as you want, cool, yeah. If you don't have people to talk to about that, if you don't have people that you can be with at the end of the day, then like what does it matter? Like, I don't know. And that's why, like, recently everything just feels, I don't know. Recently, I don't know, I've been really happy, but like when I'm left alone and really like think about everything, it just feels really flat and like hollow, regarding whatever it might be, I don't know. It's not even that though. I have no, okay, see, like I don't know how to phrase this without sounding cringe, yeah. But like I have no desire for anybody anymore, whether that be romantically or sexually or whatever, bro. Like I just feel nothing. Like I just feel nothing of that type of feelings towards anyone anymore. I don't know. I don't want to get into the details, like as of why, or at least as of why I think, because I feel like that's something that should be kept private. But I don't know. I just can't go through what I went through again, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know that's hypocritical of me to say, because my last video was about, being optimistic. Like, why would you let one experience that happened to you dictate the rest of your experiences? But I just don't have the energy for it. Like at least anytime soon, bro. Me personally, I don't know. Even if it wasn't their intention, I feel like I would did really crazy. And whether that was their intention or not, I'm sure it wasn't their intention. But I don't know. It still hurt, and it's still the principle of the situation at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? But back to the point though, I'm sure a lot of people have gone through or going through something similar, where there's that sense of meaning is no longer there. They can't get that sense of meaning. But that doesn't mean that life is meaningless. That doesn't mean that it's gonna be like that forever. I guess you just kind of have to rewire yourself into, you know, rewarding yourself in a way. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I know that's what I need to do. So, how do you rebuild your own sense of meaning? Your own, I'm not, fuck that. Like, I don't even like that, because like I know my life has meaning. I know I have meaning. It's just that the things that I do or accomplish feel meaningless. Like I didn't define my worth because of this one person, but I definitely, went to them, like when I achieved anything, when I did anything. And so, it's a weird feeling doing the complete like 180. I guess I just kind of have to rebuild it, over time. I don't know. Maybe meaning isn't something that you can just find like that. Maybe it's not something that comes to you straight away. But one thing I do want to say is that if you are feeling like this and you're feeling down about it, and things might not be going your way, think about you in 5 years time, in a timeline where everything goes right, everything's successful, you're living your best life. That you in 5 years would tell you now to make the most of it, make the most of your life right now. They would tell you to, be as happy as possible. So why don't you?